Good morning, everybody. It is time for story time with Pastor Robin. And I just want to say first that I miss seeing all of you wonderful preschoolers from LeRoy United Methodist Church. And I hope you are all doing well and staying well. And that even when we all can't be together, that you're getting to enjoy some special time at home with your family and other loved ones. But just wanted to let you all know that I miss you. And I'm looking forward to the day when we can all be back together again. This week during story time, I am reading favorite stories of our church staff. And so today I am reading our preschool director, Mrs. Winicki's favorite story. Her favorite story is called All the Places to Love. And it's by, the author's name is Patricia McLaughlin, and the pictures, or they're actually paintings, are by Mike Wimmer. And so as I read the story, I hope that you'll be able to see the pictures really well too, because they help to make the story really special. So again, this is a special shout out to Mrs. Winicki, our preschool director, as I read her favorite story today, All the Places to Love. All the Places to Love. On the day I was born, my grandmother wrapped me in a blanket made from the wool of her sheep. She held me up in the open window so that what I heard first was the wind. What I saw first were all the places to love. The valley, the river falling down over rocks, the hilltop where the blueberries grew. My grandfather was painting in the barn, and when he saw me, he cried. He carved my name, Eli, on a rafter beside his name and grandmother's name and the names of my papa and mama. Mama carried me on her shoulders before I could walk. Through the meadows and hayfields, the cows watched us and the sheep scattered. The dogs ran ahead, looking back with sly smiles. When the grass was high, only their tails showed. When I was older, Papa and I plowed the fields. Where else is soil so sweet, he said. Once Papa and I lay down in the field, holding hands, and the birds surrounded us. Raucous black grackles, redwings, crows in the dirt that swaggered like pirates. When we left, Papa put a handful of dirt in his pocket. I did too. My grandmother loved the river best of all the places to love. That sound, like a whisper, she said, gathering in pools where trout flashed like jewels in the sunlight. Grandmother sailed little bark boats downriver to me with messages. I love you, Eli, one said. We jumped from rock to rock to rock, across the river where the woods began, where bunchberry grew under the pine needle path and trillium bloomed. Under the beech tree was a soft, rounded bed where a deer had slept. The bed was warm when I touched it. When spring rains came and the meadow turned to marsh, cattails stood like guards and killdeers called. Ducks nested by marsh marigolds, and the old turtle, his shell all worn, no matter how slow, still surprised me. Sometimes we climbed to the place Mama loved best, with our blueberry buckets and a chair for my grandmother, to the blueberry barren where no trees grew, the sky an arm's length away, where marsh hawks skimmed over the land, and bears came to eat fruit, and wild turkeys left footprints for us to find, like messages. Where else, said my mama, can I see the sun rise on one side and the sun set on the other? My grandfather's barn is sweet-smelling and dark and cool. Leather harnesses hang like paintings against old wood, and hay dust floats like gold in the air. Grandfather once lived in the city, and once he lived by the sea. But the barn is the place he loves most. Where else, he says, can the soft sound of cows chewing make all the difference in the world? Today we wait, him sitting on a wood slat chair and me on the hay, until much later my grandmother holds up a small bundle in the open window, wrapped in a blanket made from the wool of her sheep, and my grandfather cries. Together we carve the name Sylvie in the rafter, beside the names of grandfather and grandmother, and my mama and papa, and me. My sister is born. Someday I might live in the city. Someday I might live by the sea. But soon I will carry Sylvie on my shoulders through the fields. I will send her messages downriver in small boats, and I will watch her at the top of the hill, trying to touch the sky. I will show her my favorite place, the marsh, where ducklings follow their mother like tiny tumbles of leaves. All the places to love are here, I'll tell her, no matter where you may live. Where else, will I say, does the old turtle crossing the path make all the difference in the world? The end. All the places to love. Thank you, Mrs. Winnicke, for sharing this beautiful story with us. Today, I want to offer a special shout out to Joey. I heard that today is Joey's 5th birthday. And I know that you aren't able to celebrate with all your friends at preschool, but we all want to let you know that we love you and we are grateful that you have been born on this earth and that you are celebrating 5 years today. So happy birthday, Joey. Enjoy the day. I hope you get to spend some extra special time with your mom and family. As a reminder to everybody, we are here Monday through Thursday at 10 o'clock with story time. The rest of this week will be special stories, favorite stories from the church staff. But if you have a favorite story that you would like for me to share, please let me know in the comments, or put the story in the mailbox at the church office, and I could read your special story maybe even next week. So we look forward to seeing you again soon. See you tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Have a good day.